Welcome back to White Mountains today. Very psyched to have Steve O'Harding from Purity Spring, King Pine, Camp Tacomapog talking about Halloween Town. Now that might ring true with a lot of people out there, and very, true is not the word I'm looking for, familiar, because Halloween Town has just become a huge event. It's crazy. How many years
It's a crazy event. This is our 8th year.
8th year. Wow.
Yeah,
amazing.
it's unbelievable. It's been it started out, it's been well received since the beginning, but it's just crazy now, and it's a lot of fun.
Well, I think the foundation behind it has sort of initially, at least for the first few years, people want to do good, and they want to get down there, support the Laura Foundation. Can we talk a little bit about that, what Laura Foundation provides kids?
Sure. So Halloween Town we're throwing this on support on behalf of the Laura Foundation for Autism and Epilepsy. And we're working on building an adaptive sport and recreation center down in Madison. So we have a facility that's being built. It's actually built now. We're continuing to add on to it, and we're starting to expand the outreach of our programs there that we run year-round now.
That's awesome.
For kids dealing with autism, for families dealing with autism.
And we're talking about horse therapies. We're talking about all sorts of stuff.
In the summertime, we have some therapeutic riding going on right now. And then we have other programs now expanding during the winter, some peer socialization classes, some learning some independent living skill type classes, and we're just hoping to keep expanding that. And we're working on, right now we're working on finishing up what we're calling the horse barn, which basically is a new part of the facility, which is going to have, stalls for the horses on one side, but it's going to have a sports court in the middle of it. Inside it, it's going to have just an indoor space that will be year-round that we can use for different events and different activities. It's going to have a climbing wall on one side. It's going to be very cool.
That is just amazing work. And the Laura Foundation, if you want to find out more, it's thelaurafoundation.org. And so you guys created Halloween Town 8 years ago to support this great foundation. And it's a safe, entertaining way for families to get out together. And I go down there, and it is a Halloween town. I mean, it's amazing the transformation, because I'm very familiar with Camp Tacomapog. So to see it, just something totally different.
For me, it was just it's a chance to give kids, at least in Madison, where the houses are a little bit spread apart, at least where we live, a chance to sort of have what I remember as traditional Halloween type, walking around, visiting house to house to house, and trick or treating. So there's about 25 cabins along this walking trail, and they are all decked out in some sort of Halloween theme. And there are there's a section that's just not scary at all, just friendly, fun Halloween, and then it progressively gets a little scarier, and then at the very end it gets as scary as we get.
Now I remember Doublehead being one that I was like, I can't even go in. I can't even go in because there's people popping out from corners. It's so much fun. I've never been one to look for a scare, so I usually keep to the kiddie lane. But you can. Each cabin is marked, so you can pick and choose.
Yep.
Let's talk about logistics. Getting down there, where do people park? How do they get there? What time?
So this is on Saturday, October 22nd. It's just a one-night event. It is rain or shine. We're going forward with it, and we're very psyched. Regardless of what the weather is, we're very psyched to do it.
I've been in rain, I've been in shine,
and
both
snow
are good.
as well at some point. And so you're going to come down. You're going to park at King Pine in the main parking lot at King Pine Ski Area, and we have a shuttle service that will take you up to Halloween Town.
Great. And that keeps the cars from going through the camp. So
yeah, we try and we don't have cars park during the event in the event area. So that's the best way to probably do it.
Okay.
And
time?
It starts at 3 o'clock. 3 o'clock we have food for sale. We have a big carnival tent full of carnival games. And thanks to New Hampshire 5 and 10 for donating all the carnival prizes to support the game. So kids can come, trick or treat, play games, win prizes, and there's no admission charge for that. It's just we want kids to come and enjoy themselves and have a great time.
All right.
So at 3 o'clock, the non-scary cabins, there's a couple that are just not scary. Those open up at 3. The food opens up at 3, the carnival games. And then at 4 o'clock, the rest of the trick or treat trail with all the other cabins that get scarier.
Wonderful. Now, have you seen, I know, are the cabins secret to you until they set them up, or what's your pitch?
No, not all secret. You mean as far as themes go?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Usually they try and make sure they're not copying somebody else. So
I got you. Okay.
Some of the favorites from previous years will be back.
Is there going to be a Harry Potter?
I was going to just say the Harry Potter cabin is sort of a mainstay. They've been there all 8 years.
My boys love that one.
It's a great cabin. They've spent a lot of time. Those folks, they're very good friends of ours that go to camp, and they come all the way up from New York to do this for us. So they're looking forward to it. Flatbread will be back next to them. And they did a Peter Pan cabin last year. I'm not sure what their theme is this year. Sometimes we're surprised.
Really?
There'll be some changes too. You'll see some different cabins.
Oh, good. Excellent. So 3 o'clock the carnival starts. Some of the cabins will open, and then At 4?
At 4,
all
the main
cabins?
trail with the rest of
Okay.
it. Yeah, there'll be a few cabins open at 3 for the little kid, just not scary at all, just fun trick or treat, so they can start with the food and with
Great.
the carnival games.
And it is rain or shine. Some of the events, though, if it's raining, you don't want the animals out in the rain, that
Yeah,
sort of thing. So
but-
just stay tuned. And of course, it is for a good cause. So even if it's raining, get on out there, support the Laura Foundation. How long does it go till?
It goes until 8 o'clock.
Oh, good.
And please, if you, we'd love to see you there. The kids often will wear costumes. We love to see the kids dressed in the
Absolutely.
costumes.
Yeah.
If it's a little rainy, just dress appropriately, but we still love to see the costumes. And, I'd say please, please consider bringing some money with you because it is a fundraiser.
Right.
We don't charge admission, but we are going to sell food, so come hungry. And we are going to ask you for voluntary donations, hoping that you will enjoy it, have a great time, and see how much work we put into it and want to help us out with the foundation. So.
Great. And are you still looking for volunteers?
And actually, we are looking for some volunteers. If you would like to volunteer, you can contact me. I'm also actually looking for, I've got an empty cabin. So if there's some creative,
This is
a group
unheard
of
of.
creative
Oh
people
my
out there,
gosh, really?
at this,
And
a
what-
week to go, if you can pull it together real quick.
And what
I
goes
have a
into
cabin
that?
in the very scary area.
In the
So if
very
you want to be
scary.
scary, and you can get a few people together to transform
All right.
a cabin and help us pull this off, get in touch with me.
And what's the
Don't be
cost
shy.
involved?
To do that, there's no. It doesn't cost you anything to host a cabin. The only cost involved would be whatever you spend to make it happen.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
I
So a
get-
lot of the businesses, I'm sure, around here want to get that in front of the eyeballs type exposure and do something great for the Laura Foundation.
Well, it's a lot of
So that
people
would
coming
be
through. So we make a sign that thanks you. Put your logo up on the sign so people can see who you are.
Great.
So definitely you get some exposure that way.
Yeah.
But it's just a great event too to make it fun for the kids and a lot of businesses participate. A lot of them help us out with sponsorship, with money to help us raise the money. We couldn't. Hannaford's. I have to thank Hannaford's for donating all the trick or treat candy
Nice,
for the
thanks,
event. They're
Hannaford's.
our big supporter for this one.
Yeah, you want to go to the businesses
yeah.
that support the community that they're in. It's very important. So again, businesses, if you're out there and you can pull it together within a week, there is a highly sought after cabin at Halloween
They don't come open
Town.
very often, so this is a chance to get in
exactly.
if you
You're
want to.
in, and you get first dibs, right, from years after. So
Yeah, exactly.
If you're
Yep.
in, you're in. So this is a great opportunity for a business around here. Steve-O, did we get everything out? It's 22nd, starts at 3 with a carnival. Rain or shine, goes all the way through 8.
Yep.
Carnival starts at 3, but
Yep.
ends at 7.
The carnival?
Yeah.
As long as the kids are having fun, they'll drag it out till 8. So
Okay,
I mean,
great.
it's better. So it's and just remember that you're walking from cabin to cabin, and the trail it's a path. It's just a natural path. So there's some roots, there's some leaves and
Right.
stuff like that. Just come with the right footwear to walk
Yeah,
around.
bring sneaks.
And you bring flashlights with you if you want. The trail is lit, but there are some darker areas to add to
Right.
the effect. So bring flashlights, and you may or may not need to use them.
Okay, and bring, of course, warm clothing. Cause
Yep, dress
sometimes
for
it
whatever the
is.
weather is, and
Awesome.
be prepared to have some fun.
Well, Steve-O, thank you so much. The LauraFoundation.org is one of the sites that you can go to. And is there another one?
HalloweenTownNH.org.
Perfect.
One word, HalloweenTownNH.
Great. Did we get everything?
I think so.
Awesome, Steve. Always
Hope
good to
so.
see you. Thanks so much for your hard
Thank
work
you.
on this. And folks, it's coming up on October 22nd. That's this coming Saturday. And it starts at 3 p.m. So don't miss your chance. Remember to park down at King Pine, and then you can grab a shuttle bus right into the camp area. So thanks again, Steve-O. We'll be back with more here on White Mountains Today.